Hi and a warm welcome to Winner's Corner. We have this week V75 rounds on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And in this program, we devote our total time to Friday's V75 round at Bergsåker racetrack. And Harry, what would you say is the most interesting race in this whole evening?
I think probably the long-distance race in race 10, the first leg of the double, I think is the most interesting for me at any rate, because I think I've got an absolute fantastic outsider for you all.
Okay, we'll get back to that race a little later. But for now, we start in race 5. This also, as usual, equals the start of the V75 round. And this is a race for 4-year-old horses over sprint distance, Harry. Who is the first horse that you want to talk about?
Without a doubt, Bungle Rain. The word bungle in English means that you can mess up, and he definitely has. He was the most expensive bought at the auctions. He's really taken time to come to his own. This time, he'll absolutely mow them down.
Okay, so sure win bet there in race 5 on Bungle Rain. We move on to race 6, and here's another sprint race. And actually, I own partly a horse that is in this race. That is number 2, High Speed Call. But that is not the horse that you want to talk about.
No, I've gone for Shadow Woodland. Shadow Woodland, I think if he can take the lead from High Speed Call has got a really good, or high speed will we say, but I think Shadow Woodland is possibly just slightly better, and I think Shadow Woodland stands in turn now to get a win. We know that he's fast out, he's exceptionally fast out, as is High Speed Call, but I think it's Shadow Woodland going into the first turn.
And this means that Shadow Woodland will win the race. Okay, so we have a win bet there.
High Speed will be second.
We have a win bet there on number 4, Shadow Woodland in race 6. We move on now to race 8, and this is a very nice race for 3-year-old horses over the long distance, 2,640 meters. And who do you want us to focus on here?
It's a tough race, it really is, and I had to make a decision. And what I've seen of the Finnish driver, Mika Fors, absolute star. He's unbelievably good. And what they did last time in the race they ran last time, where they just literally spread eagle the field, I can't see anything beating 5S Selma IH.
Okay, let's now then move forward to the really nice race that we talked about earlier, or that you mentioned earlier in the beginning of the program. That is race 10. It's a long-distance race, 3,640 meters for the ones on the first starting tier, and for the ones on the 4th starting tier, it's 3,700 meters. 200,000 Swedish crowns to the winner. Who do you want to talk about?
Well, you're all going to be surprised. It's Johnny B. Kemp. I've had very good communication with the owners, who are actually a fabulous bunch of individuals, but that's not going to make him win. But I just watched that race here. He finishes with a fantastic finish to win that race that you've just seen. But Johnny B. Kemp is on his way back into form. Of course, he's meeting some tough horses, and I've used a Quinella here with Robert Bagg's horse, the Udo's Euler, and those two, I see them battling it out. But as I say, it could give you a really good payout for that Quinella, because Johnny B. Kemp is certainly higher than 10-1.
So here in race 10, we then have a Quinella on horses 13 and 14. And now we move on to the daily double. And as usual, it takes place in races 10 and 11. And we just talked about DD1, about Johnny B. Kemp and Udo's Euler. And the question here is, Harry, are you using both of these horses on your daily double?
I'm tempted to, but as I said, I stick to my policy. I'm sticking with Johnny B. Kemp, number 13, and in the second leg, my choice there, number 2, Eva H. with Mika Fors. That's my straight double. So
a straight double there for the daily double this Friday. Number 13, Johnny B. Kemp, and number 1, Eva IH. This means that for this Friday, we have one single combination for the daily double. And now we are going to talk about the V75 Pick 7. As usual, the rules, you know them. 7 horses, 7 winners in 7 races is what we have to figure out. And Harry, let's immediately take a look at your system. We can see that the bankers that you use are in V75 1, number 5 Bungle Rain, and then in the 4th leg, number 5 Selmer IH. What about V75-3? This holds a very large field of cold-blooded
field,
horses.
15 northern breds. And, you know, the first one that sticks out is Tang and Harp with Bjorn Karlsson. He's got a tremendous amount of work to do from that draw 15, and there are tremendously a lot of good northern breds in front of him. So my advice is take as many possible that you can. As you can see, I've taken 8 horses in my selection, and I'm still not sure that I've got the winner. I hope so.
Okay. What about V75-5 then, the race for with amateur drivers over full distance? Is there any horse here that you want to promote extra?
It's a horse, but it's also a driver, because I think the driver is so important. I rate this driver as probably the best talent in Sweden, and I know her father does as well.
Who is it?
Kari Lederkorpi's daughter, Hanna Lederkorpi. She's actually a qualified vet, but what a fantastic driver she is. She's got that uncanny ability, and I think that gives her horse, Roger America, just that little extra. So I'm going to play a trump, and I'm going to say Roger America.
Okay, then. This Friday's V75 system is made up of 768 combinations. And that's all we had for this Friday, and we wish you the best of luck with your bets to Bergsåker Racetrack. And of course, you find all the information you need to find out about Swedish trotting and horse betting at our website, swedishhorseracing.com. Wish you the best of luck now. Bye-bye.